Okay, so I am going to show you very briefly how to fill out this outline. So on the very left-hand side where it says topic, you have all of the different topics that you need to address in your letter. Okay, middle column is your basic points. Last column right here on the right is your details. Okay, so there's a difference between basic points and details. Your basic points are just kind of like your categories, if you will, that you want to address. Your details are your smaller, more complex, more descriptive details that you want to add as well. So let's look at this very top one. How do you feel about language arts, writing, and reading? Now remember, be honest. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you tell me that you hate to read and write or that you've always hated language arts. You're not going to hurt my feelings. This is me trying to get to know you way, way better, especially because we're not in person. Okay. So if it were me and I were going to talk about basic points on how I feel about language arts, okay, I would say something like confident, right? That's a basic point of how I feel. But I want you to go a little further because remember, I said the point of writing the letter is to tell me kind of a story and give me a background story of who you are. Okay. So if I just said confident, that's not going to tell me anything. I want to know why. So your details are your why. So in the details section, I would say confident because I've had a lot of practice, or I've always really liked to be creative with my writing. So I've always liked to write stories, poems. I really like sci-fi and fantasy. Oh, I spelled sci-fi wrong. Sci-fi and fantasy books. So I read a lot. Okay. So do you see the difference between the basic points and the details? The basic points is just your one word, very basic answer, very broad answer. And then your details is almost like your why. Why do you feel confident? So if you look at the next one, how do you feel like you learn best? So if you feel like you learn best with your eyes by seeing something, then that's what you would put here. You'd say, I learn best with my eyes. But then your details would be like your why. Okay. So you're going to go through and do all of these. This bottom box right here, I do want you to choose some, but you do not have to choose all. You can choose the ones that you feel like you want to write about the most. Okay. And then after that, you're going to go down here and you're going to write your letter. It says here, make sure it's like telling a story about yourself to me, including these things. I've already got it started for you. You don't have to use this if you don't want to. You can totally start it some other way. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to pop onto our Google Meet if we are still in class, and I will happily answer them for you. Or you can send me an email.